Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Siti Nurhanizhani. So today my team members and I will present on the Aspartame as advanced nanosensing tools in food safety. Nanotechnology is one of the fast-growing fields. Nanosensing tools is an advanced analytical tool progress insightful apparatus that consolidate benefits of ordinary sensor innovation with adaptability being used of dissolved indicator. It is a spherical probe made up of an inert material with nanometer measurement. They specifically react to stimuli in their environment to transduce fluorescent signs to the detector and sense change in the environment. Nanosensing tools is considered as an incredible asset that address a development in optical sensor-based innovation due to their high sign-to-noise ratio, little size, and versatile inert matrix. The nanoparticles have been developed to sense the pH, temperature, oxygen, water, and protein. Aspartame is an intense low-caloric artificial sweetener that is about 200 times sweeter than sugar. With the characteristic of wide and odorless odor, aspartame and its breakdown product have been the subject of broad examination for over 30 years, including clinical research, experimental animal studies, post-marketing surveillance, and intake and epidemiological studies. It has been discovered to be authorized and safe for human utilization for a long time and in numerous nations following intensive safety evaluation. After researchers have reviewed the scientific data with respect to the well-being of aspartame in food and conclude that it is safe to be consumed by general population under specific conditions.
Us a little bit on the sensitive layer biological recognition element, and then followed by a nanosensor act as a detecting tool, and then a little bit on a nanosensor types that used in a determination of an intense sweetener. We'd like to start with the biological element. This element of recognition consists of a change when the target analytes interact with the bioreceptor and conveys the change into an electrical signal. So these are the one of the receptors that really contribute in the role of detecting. So followed by next, which is the detecting tool. So normally these nanosensor act as a detecting tool by justifies the tiny volume in the food additives, colorings, and sweeteners. But here we would like to focus on aspartame, which is a type of sweetener, artificial sweetener, where used commonly in food industries, especially in beverages, carbonated drinks, powdered drinks, candies, and desserts. So one of the serious issue the reason of creating this inventing this type of technology to detect the amount of artificial sweetener that is applied in the food industry, I mean in the food products, especially because aspartame in the depth studies are becoming one of the most concerned issues in human health, especially because this aspartame can contribute in the long term of consumption, and high consumption of aspartame contribute to obesity, increased blood glucose level, and even some cases say that it can also causes cancer. So in order to minimize and to reduce these issues of health related, so these nanosensors helps to overcome and minimize and justify the amount of artificial sugar in the food production, in the food products especially. Okay, the types of a nano sensor, there are a lot, but here I would like to just focus on three, which is polyferrol dope selective membrane, and then we have a SWC and T modified GCE, followed by lipid membrane phosphatidyl choline.
Nanosensors have opened a new world for the food production industry. This method has been used as an artificial nose or tongue in order to detect any hazards or contamination, and also to maintain the freshness of food products after packaging. This procedure is beneficial when detecting an excess amount of preservative or artificial flavoring used in food products such as aspartame or saccharin. It is vital to ensure that every food product comply to regulations of food additives used to ensure that all products are safe for the consumers. Thus, the usage of nanosensing in maintaining the quality of food products will be very beneficial.
Aspartame is approved for use in food as nutritive sweetener. Aspartame brand names include NutraSweet, Equal, and Sugar Twin. It does contain calories, but because of it is about 200 times sweeter than table sugar, consumers are likely to use much less of it. FDA approved aspartame for use under certain conditions as a tabletop sweetener in chewing gum, cool breakfast cereal, and dry base for certain foods. FDA approved the use of aspartame in carbonated beverages and carbonated beverage syrup bases. FDA approved it for use as a general-purpose sweetener. FDA scientists have reviewed scientific data regarding the safety of aspartame in food and conclude that it is safe for the general population under certain conditions. The toxicity of nanoparticles in the environment depends on their size, type, charge. The influence of nanoparticles on the environment depends also of the environmental factors such as humidity, temperature, wind flow rate, and the nature of light. However, properties of nanomaterial, small size and large surface allow easy dispersion and bonding in the environment with the human tissue. Exposure of nanofertilizer and pesticide can contribute to health hazard. Migration of nanoparticles incorporated in food to human is also high risk. Direct exposure to consumer of nanomaterial poses a serious problem to human health. Nanoparticles can enter the human body through the skin, respiratory system, or digestive system. However, as long as the nanoparticles remain bound, exposure is limited and very low.